Hello and welcome to today's stream. I'm Professor Bodhi, aka Mr. Bonny John. Thank you so much for joining me today. On today's stream, we have, well, not these guys. I mean, they're technically on the screen, but I kind of wanted to go over before I get started on today's actual topic. The last set of designs, and as more people enter the chat, I'll explain furthermore. As to why these guys first, I mean, it's just a recap. That's doesn't need much explanation. But I did promise Godzilla, and so I'll go into detail why we're not doing Godzilla today. But yeah, let me go ahead and we'll just jump right into essentially the tick, as it says over here, the question mark. Hello, Sketch. Welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So, whether or not this is a tick that then evolves into either a scorpion or a spider, the concept was to have arachnids, right, be kind of the focus. In the first version of the little tick-like creature, it had mandibles. Hello, welcome in, Draco. And so we have the mandible in this version, and I kind of took it out just because I felt like it could look like little arms, which isn't a bad thing, but if it's not super clear what it is, then I'm not super keen on having it. There are times and places where you want those kind of details, right? That aside, I really like the color. There's a lot of simplicity to this design that works. So depending on the route that you want to evolve this POTEMPO, it becomes a Scorpion Man inspired POTEMPO who I remember how challenging this was, chat, where I wanted the front of the face to kind of look like a stinger as well, so there's this kind of like bridge like shape that's going, like a symmetrical, and I was struggling, where do I put the claws, right? The arms, is it high up or is it at the bottom? And ultimately, it felt like the bottom, adding this anchored and weight, like it really changed the silhouette quite a bit in a good way. And then this one is the Juraigumo slash, what's her name from? Oh, is it Arachne? I think it's Arachne. Arachne from Greek mythology. The color palette is fun. She definitely feels more like a placeholder to me. I think that there's definitely some sort of interesting directions to take this design. Whether or not that means I get her kind of closer to her contemporary and counterpart. Arachne, thank you. And hello, Chill Bill, welcome in. And yeah, so the reason why I wanted to show you guys this was because this was the last POTEMPO that I'd worked on screen. In addition to the snake POTEMPO as well. So I was saying last week, I'm like, I want to do Godzilla. I want to do Godzilla. Godzilla will be happening. I think I'm going to make Godzilla Wednesday's prompt. Whereas for tomorrow, I'll do King Kong and lead towards the King of the Monsters. And I realized, yeah, I should do, Godzilla last because I want to design the big three. And work on them around the same time. It feels right to have Godzilla close off the big three. And in particular, another reason why is because we already started, believe it or not, a couple of concepts over here. Also, I don't know why my face is like really pink on the screen, right? Let me adjust that. I bought this new light and it's green, which is nice. Hello, Ali. That's good. All right, good. Nice. All right. Let me just, it looks like I fell in a bush of like poison ivy. So chat, let me hear about your weekend. Also, I bought a new gaming mouse. This was my old one that I was using, my daily driver. And I was playing on this leather mat, which looks nice and professional, but it's not for gaming. So here's the new one I got, the G. I think it's 502 plus X. It's pretty light. It's nice. I want to hear your guys' recommendations. I'm going to give it a test drive today. If I don't get plus 50 kills in Valorant, it's a return. Hello, Ikari. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is Slug. It is Slug. Ooh, saturation plus 129. Let's bring this down a little bit. Original. Ooh. Blossom. Now I'm very yellow here. 6 different paintings at the same time? Why? HDR. Brightness. Okay, this looks a little better. Oh, look! I also got my vinyl stand. It's a little hard to see from here. Now, it's got this place where the vinyls kind of sit. Thing is, my players are here. I just got the speaker wire today. So I can finally set up the speakers, which, by the way, chat. So these two speakers here, these are poke speakers, and I got like this receiver type of thing. My boy Bennett gave it to me for free because he wanted to, you know, pay it forward because I was getting into the hobby. So I just had to pay for shipping and handling. So $150 speakers he hooked me up with. So I got the vinyl player here and my new Sony receiver. So I'll set that up. I wish we could all have like a listening party, but I built this over the weekend. Oh, and then an update on the sword. This is so annoying, you guys. And Waitani, welcome in, Michael. The Master Sword, the mount that they gave me, it's supposed to have one hole in the back and then 2 holes in the front, so you can put the prongs up that will hold the you know, the handle of the hilt. They put the holes in the back, and it was really annoying because that means I can't mount it because the hooks come out too far. So I have to replace it by sending the whole thing back, and they'll send me like a new one. But all right, let's see. Interesting fact that might help. There's a species of ancient prehistoric starfish named CTHULU, the Salicina Cthulhu. All right, cool. I'll check that out. Hello, Justin. So, okay, now that we've got all those little things out of the way, I had to do a little... Okay, I look less... Again, like I fell in poison ivy. So, I already really know what I want to do for Cthulhu. And I part of wanted to work on Cthulhu because I have these guys here, and I remember thinking about it before. Is it because of Kaijun? Asked Chill Bill. Yes and no. I had already planned for a long time that, and also look, I love this slug guy. I might, I might save him for another region or generation if I get lucky and this ever becomes real. These guys simply won't be able to work unless I made like an evolution, which could be fun. So I'll move those to the side. So the way that this line is going to work, and why I figured I should do them first and then King Kong and then Godzilla, is because we had started working on making a, I think, 2-stage line. Kaiju number 8. And still gone forever. He's not gone. He's gone in our hearts, but it would be nice to bring him back. It'd be really cute to have like a regular slug, and then on the other hand, like a whole crazy nefarious sea slug. So what we have here as we get started, is it tomorrow, the direct already? Awesome. So this is the the Sarmatian sea slug or snail. And I'm going to have that evolve into essentially Lukakosh. Oh, crap. Can someone look up how we pronounce that? feel like I'm butchering it already. Um, we we had it written down a long time ago. Um, but yeah, I wanted to basically get back into the thick of it just because it's been a while since I've drawn POTEMPO. So it's like, I already have these designs down, right? Might as well come back and finish this up. There's gonna be a slug to Cthulhu pub line. Them clam oysters might be a good in between. I don't remember the exact species of octopi, but a lot of meat. That's true. So I mean, without spoiling, but I've already mentioned the direction. Luca called. I forgot. There's a way we pronounced it that someone wrote down how to pronounce it. And I forget how to. But essentially, Ali is right. My direction's going to be, um, and I worry this part right here is more or less it kind of feels a little too much like Ammonite, but like you're not going to be able to um obviously always skip comparisons, right? uh and I say Ammonite because in particular what Omastar is based off of, I want to truly lean into um what do you call it, the Nautilus. And I'll show you the Nautilus because, again, that's going to be a major point of reference for me, uh, especially considering the second design here for Lou Carhoch. Hello, Took. Thank you for that. And hello, Rec, in all caps. Excited to start. 10 ET. Okay, I'll see if I can get up and watch that, Justin, because I do want to see it. I'm telling you, Chad, there is a chance. Listen, Chad, there is a chance that a new Pokemon game is announced, and it's like a remake. Um, Ammonite for Ammonite, right? Yeah. Um, Almastar for Nautilus, or I mean, I guess both. You can kind of clearly see the inspiration here, and I kind of want to use that. Hello, Dingus, welcome in. Um, but I want to use this as a basis for Cthulhu. It just really works, right? The tentacle kind of beard and whatnot. Now, another thing is with POTEMPO, I don't always make it very obvious of the evolution. That's not like, that's more Pokemon, right? I would say maybe for the kaiju kind of guys, because I see them as stronger level ones, it's possible to keep their designs a little more consistent. But that's another thing that I wanted to do today, which was um, I already have it down pat for uh, King Kong. I think with King Kong, it could be a simple, baby kind of form, go into Bigfoot, makes a ton of sense, right? Bigfoot, and then have that evolve into King Kong. Easy peasy. For Godzilla, I would need a couple of different lizard or dinosaur like um mythologies, or even um you know Bigfoot is mythology, but like cryptology could work as well. So don't forget to check out the starfish. Yes, that's true. uh Maybe a spinoff, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We really don't know. I think that with these kind of things, the track record's always kind of jumpy, especially because this is a final direct. Let's be honest. I think a very valid reason as to why it may not share a spotlight. I think I should get brownie points for this. In hindsight, it'll sound kind of obvious. The last remake we got was not well received. Not during the direct itself. Not when it launched. And there's a lot of reasons, right? I think for a lot of people, Solacina Cthulhu. So, wow, this thing looks really cool. Yeah, no, I definitely want to use this guy. Um, wow, what a cool design. But yeah, because of how the last one was received, I I know for a fact Game Freak wouldn't set themselves up for failure. Um, and so whether or not they keep the art style, they definitely wouldn't want to have its own direct, unless they really, heard the feedback, whether it was valid or not. Um, but yeah, 100%. All the new stuff will definitely be safe for Switch too. Maybe Legend ZA. It's possible. It's possible they talk about it and then also say it's coming out for Switch as well, or Switch 2 as well. I would love to. What's the conversation like right now? In regards to what? Cool starfish, right? Yeah, it's got a lot of limbs, which is why the Cthulhu connection is there. So it reads 430 million year old fossil of sea creature named after Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. An artist's rendition of Solicina Cthulhu, a new fossil species named after it. So this is an artist's understanding of it. But don't be so hard on yourself, too. I see a lot of people are very harsh on themselves. I myself am harsh on myself as well. But if we are a little kinder to ourselves, our work will be better as well. Starfish looks crazy, right? An HD 2D black and white remake, it would be sick. We might get a remake, another Pokemon creeping up on its 30th anniversary. I have a couple of Pokemon illustrations I want to redo. Maybe I'll do those on stream at some point. Anyway, let's finally get started. So what I'm going to do is I think I want to start by looking at the Sarmatian sea snail first. So I think I could do a combination of the previous. Now, the Sarmatian sea snail, I'm going to quickly read it from Cryptid Wiki, okay? Very odd creature that was depicted by medieval bestiary entitled On Monsters and Marvels by French surgeon named Ambroise Paré. Paré's source for this creature was André de Devot's 20th volume of Cosmographie. This book was a report of a massive, pawed, antlered, and completely grotesque gastropod from the Sarmatian, or an early name for the Baltic Sea. This wine cask thick snail was quickly distinguished by a numerous amount of unusual features. The first and most notable was the large deer-like antlers bore upon its head. At the end of each branch was a small spherical bulb resembling pearls. From there, while other gastropod's eyes sit upon its optical stalks, this snail's eyes sat laterally upon its head. Even more oddly, about their eyes was the fact that they glue like candles. They even sported some feline features such as cat-like nose and white whiskers. Below the whiskers hideously sat a wide slit of a mouth. While gastropods sport a locomotive foot, the snail actually sported feet. Hooked paws to be more precise, which is why you see the little kind of hook that I give them here. It even boasted a lengthy, multicolored, and tigerine tail. As a matter of fact, the only snail-like feature was its large whorled shell. Okay? So, that's why I kind of have the whorled shell feature, because it's more a snail than it is an ammonite. But, again, I worry about the ammonite thing, but who cares? I'm just going to enjoy designing this. I'm going to, more or less, commit to this now. Let's begin. I love that being named after Cthulhu since itself is an ancient creature like eldritch horrors. Yeah, it's mostly the tentacles, right? And what's really cool is a lot of modern day kind of creatures that are found are discovered by nerds and whatnot who are into games and video games and movies and yada yada yada. And so, more or less, basically, a ton of new creatures have been named after Pokemon. Like, I think there's one called, like, based off of Pikachu. There's like a set of, I think, beetles that are named after Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres because they come in like 3 different colors: red, blue, yellow. A lot of cool, fun stuff like that. Is Cthulhu the only Lovecraftian monster you're considering? Yeah, just because he's the most well known. and he fits like in a trio with other big monsters that I'm going to be doing. So, um, let's see. Is that why Gary and SpongeBob could meow? Good connection, but I would say it's probably just because they wanted to make him a pet. Nintendo said the Switch 2 won't be in the Direct. So much in the Direct, so much we believe they're totally lying. Yeah, I mean I think that they could just tease it here and there. So there's one named after Bulbasaur as well. I'm assuming what, a frog maybe would be really cute. Okay, so now that I've got my description of the Sarmatian sea snail, I'm going to kind of look over this, and I don't want to necessarily, um, you know, make it one for one. Like, obviously, I've done a lot of design work, um, and I like to give a lot of creative liberties to myself. I'm gonna give him a more extended kind of antler. And then he's got his little, they said it was like pearls, but it could be fun kind of thing where it's like antennae to commune. I also like the idea of its head being so like, what's the word? Its brain is like massive and it's kind of like popping out. Like he's really smart. We'll do that. These stalks kind of look like eyes too, but they're just the, antennae. Let's do that. Cthulhu's iconic, absolutely. And Aerodactyl. What creature was named after Aerodactyl? Okay, let's add the snail whirl right here. You know, maybe we can add little bits of features of the other previous slug. Why not? It's a cute design, so it doesn't have to be. Yeah, I'll give him bigger eyes. I'll add the bit that extends for the little stalks. I want him to be cute. You guys know how much I like to do those kind of eyes there. So I'll tell you, it's big brain time. Absolutely. I don't believe the Switch successor will show, not in the slightest. I don't think so at all. For a bit of an opposite to Starfish, there's also a generic called Feather Stars. I've seen that, Ollie. They are beautiful species. The Bulbasaur is a species of Therapsid. Gotcha. Asking the internet to hype responsibly is gonna end in disaster. Unfortunately, people never learn their lesson on the internet. Never, ever, ever, chat. And they'll be like, so upset, this direct sucked. You expected them to announce the Switch 3, my boy. Come on. Alright, so already really fun shapes going on. Golden ratio. Yeah, I'll do that. Looks good to me. And then I'll have... Okay. Let's make sure that he reads more snail-like. Okay. I'm going to use a lot of the previous slug design. Oh, you know what? He had these kind of like... I'll add... Yeah, the webbed feet could just be kind of like that. Almost like a cape, right? And then, you know what? They said he had a tail. Why don't I just wrap up his tail like this in the back? And this will be my take on the Sarmatian sea snail. Kind of got Gudra vibes a little bit. Not Gudra, Gumi. All right, let me double check over here. Spherical bomb, eyes on the stalks, blue like. Yada yada. It even sported some feline whiskers. So what's nice is that I've kind of given them the whiskers here, which also make it feel like tentacles. So I'll say like these are its whiskers, but it's kind of like, you know, snails have those little bits that pop out. So it acts as whiskers. Excuse me. He they have hooked paws to be more precise. I don't know what that means exactly. What does that mean, chat? Should I give him like little arms like this? I don't hate that. You know what? I'll simplify this. Let's do it like this. Yeah. Do it like this. Oh yeah, that's way better. So I really did get to bring back a lot of the previous slug. Sarmatians, there we go. Hello, welcome in, Cole. Good to see you. Thank you. Welcome back. I do like this guy. So he's got his cat-like tail in the back. The whorl of this tail mimics in a symmetrical way the whorl of the totem head. The whiskers of the cat is kind of seen here. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple. We'll just do it like the one. It doesn't need to be. This is good. I like it. I like him a lot. Let's color this guy. I think the obvious thing, right, is to make these guys green. So I'm a little torn. And this is why it'll be important to design them together. And obviously anything I design in chat, especially stream and whatnot, are like always subject to change, right? So I do want to make the trio of titans. I want them to be obviously very powerful and kind of feel like they're part of a trio, right? Whether or not they could be eligible for starters, although I have the starters thing mostly figured out, chat. I may have talked about it, how I might handle that. If it's not starters, it's potentially they're like the games Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Or none of those. And then there'd be kind of a reason. But I want them to take on distinct colors to at least kind of have them feel like they're part of the same set, but still have their own individuality, right? So on one hand, for example, this guy could be green, Godzilla could be blue, and then King Kong could be more of a reddish color. Just color coding stuff makes things easy. But I don't know if I want to do that. So, obviously, I'll just stick to like some simple colors right now. And these are all like placeholders, you know? You know what? I kind of want to do... Yeah, that works better. Like, the bottom half, you could tell, like, it's connected here. Maybe I can add these kind of, like, drippy kind of bits. so let's do some coloring real quick. And yeah, we'll just keep it greenish, right? For now. So the Sarmatian cease now. Although it would be really cool. So I've got to figure out the rule as well for evolutions and like inspo lines. Because I do have some creatures that aren't really inspired by anything. And I don't mind that, but in hindsight, when I look at it, um, what ends up happening is they feel like they were given less importance. You know what I mean? Um, and I don't like that. It makes it feel like you can kind of tell that I adopted designing um, the first forms like with more purpose like later on. And I want to make sure that all of my creatures have the same amount of love, you know? Let's color, yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's do, okay, so this could be green as well. There's still, you know, it was a good thing for me to take a little bit of a break away from POTEMPO as that life stuff kind of came. Um, because it's gonna allow me to like come back to the designs, which you know I've been working on nonstop, right, on stream and whatnot. Um, there's definitely a few monsters I got to go back and like, for example, the what do you call him? The Chimera Potempo, right? He each of his forms are not inspired by a different mythos building up. You know, is that an okay thing to do? What do you think, Chad? You know, is that okay? Quite frankly, I don't know. Because I do want to stay consistent in the way that, you know, my work kind of reads, right? That's good. Okay, so this guy's feeling pretty good. I don't know if I love the colors, again, as I was saying. Let me mess around with it real quick. Um, Make it so each form has a different method feels too limiting. Give yourself a little room to breathe. That's true, but I guess to be devil's advocate, which I always play, um, the reason why I'm harsh on myself is because I want to make sure that there is a rhyme or reason, and that's how consistency is built. Um, Basically, the difference between a professional and you know like someone who's like trying to figure it out, this is still very much in its conceptual design phase, right? It'll be very important when, and you know that's something that artists and designers must always improve on, you know, like especially in the form of say inspiration. um when you have something like Pokemon that is now this global entity, an icon is in understatement, right? Um, it wasn't a perfect bumpy. It wasn't a perfect ride. There's a lot of bumps there, and it's like, what can I learn from how they handled things, right? And then in general, just proper design etiquette. Um, I will give yourself a little room to breathe. That is always good advice. Um, that always we gotta do. So let me, because on one hand, you know, that's the fun of watching a stream, like watching these things kind of be made, and what do you guys think of this color palette? It could be that maybe his arms could also have like a glowing kind of color. Green is a classic alien look. Zombies too. I don't know whether the color would work. That's what I'm thinking. Green is just a nice gooey kind of color. Um, it could be that my version of Cthulhu is just simply like a very colorful creature using colors to astound its enemies. Because, again, as I've said before, right? Oh, you know what? We have to also make sure it doesn't look similar to Ammonite. It doesn't look too similar to Gudra. Um, hold on. So Gudra's mostly pink. Ammonite's mostly blue. Yeah, we might have to just live in the green space. Let's do something like that. And then it could also be that the color of his wooden helmet is maybe different from the others too. But again, that's what all this is to test out and figure out, right? Um, I don't know if I love this. You know why it's not working, chat? It's because the head has to be smaller. If it's the same, well, there's some comedy to it. Let's see. Just making him real extra, exactly. Ooh, you know what? It'll be just two-toned green. Maybe that's what it is. I don't think it needs to be anything too crazy. Ooh, okay, I like that one. Yellow. I did have yellow for my previous slug. Yellow is nice too. Maybe for the bottom portion. Because I did really love the yellow. It was mostly like banana slug, right? But let's leave it like this for now. Already, I think I see a few things that I want to kind of adjust. You got those guys there. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to lift up his head a little bit because there's just not a lot of room for movement for this guy. So let's do something like this. This will also kind of remove him away from Ammonite and Gudra, which are both very um, condensed, right, in their silhouette and design. Green, blue, and silver might be a good combo. Green, blue, and silver. It does have a very alien, right? The silver. Let's do. Ooh, I feel like I've just evolved him, though. Okay, let's do this. Let's figure it out. I'll make his neck. What's good? Yo, Bonnie Nation. What up? What up? Welcome in, Zach. Let's bring him in like this. And then I'm going to bring his tail a little closer. I got to still finish the Baxcalibur, but, you know, I have time because it's for the June Discord prompt. So, oh my god, this month has gone so quickly. And I have a feeling it's because I was away for the first 9 days in Tampa. But it's been going quick. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Skinny neck. You know what? Let's just keep it simple rather than adding that. And then I'll do this. I'll have that area kind of glow as well. Might be a lot, so I'll just do, yeah. I'll do the blue here. Because they said he had like hooked feet or paws or something. So if I do this, he's like scuttling along like that. And even this kind of like looks like waves, his little snail feet, right?
As you're sitting in your basement, you hit your vape, but then your mom walks in, freaks out, and starts listing the toxic chemicals you could be inhaling in your body, like formaldehyde.
Let's do,
Which she singles out because it's the same chemical used to preserve your Uncle Rico's
let's make it
funky-smelling
smaller,
taxidermy
maybe.
formaldehyde. Vaping can expose you to toxic chemicals like formaldehyde.
Hmm.
You don't need to spell it out anymore.
I like the tail, and they did say it was part of its design, but it looks cleaner without it, to be honest, chat. Do I want the like the big brainy kind of thing? You were making a snake with antennas by accident? No, it's fine. In fact, I would love that if that were the case. But Tempo have no rules, right? Like when I say no rules, meaning no tethered rules to their inspiration, right? Like I'm not making Cthulhu. I'm making a creature inspired by Cthulhu, right? I'm not making Godzilla. I'm making a Potempo inspired by Godzilla, right? A lot of Eldritch Horror that I've seen have the silver metal look too. Gold is too pure, so silver is almost the opposite. That's true. Month is only 4 weeks, more or less. That reminds me of an early Kakuna sprite. Sakuna. Um, yeah, it's true. The earlier sprites, I think they popped out of the silhouette, which I think is cool because it could defend itself. But I guess they wanted it to really feel more like a uh truly a cocoon waiting, biding its time, right? Let's see, chat. Maybe the brain spilling out. That kind of looks like a. Hold on. I don't hate that. I don't hate this. Wait, his mask is really reddish. It kind of looks like Deadpool. All right, let's see. We'll have it whirl like this. I'm also going to make sure the mask is more brown, like this color. One thing the glowing part reminded me of, there's a Lovecraft thing not related to Cthulhu, but the color that humans can't perceive but aliens. It's called the color out of space. That's cool. Yeah, considering I was just talking about like using colors to. That's cool. That's cool. I like it without. Kind of makes you focus on the brain with the head more than that big brain. Yeah, it's there's something fun about it if I can land it, but it feels like it's hard to understand what that is. in its current thing. Exactly, he does look like he's wearing a beret. Uh, all I had to do was turn my eyes on the art of this Pokemon. You're drawing increase the quality. It's not a Pokemon, but thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, I think maybe I was look. If you see, let me try simplifying this in just a little bit of a way. Um, I'm going to first distort this. Um, so that way the angle is a little more accurate to, and then I'm going to try and make it like the original, which, I mean, this almost reads like, it could be, you know what, a smaller head like I had before. This feels less intrusive. You know, the other one really commanded a lot of space and attention. This feels more kind of like what I was intending. I suspect this will work better. That's cute, and it does look like his eyes as well. Let's see. Snail Pool. Do take brain over bronze way of life. Yeah, more perspective. What does the other side of the helmet look like? I mean, it'll look the exact same on the other side. Just, it'll be symmetrical. Okay, so... I don't think he needs the tail. There's something creepy crawly about it with the front limbs. But he still has the wavy kind of feet, quote unquote feet, that slugs have. And you know what? Let's bump the cuteness factor. I'm gonna bump his head up, the head shape. He's the first form. He's got to be the cutest one, right? Of his line. Man, and just a simple few adjustments. Look at how much cuter and like how much he reads as like a first stage. And now without this headpiece feeling so bulbous, um, it could be nice to just still have like gooey stuff over here, like his brain is leaking over the like, just adds like a little bit of personality, you know. I think I like this a lot, chat. I will also bring the stalks down just a tiny bit. No, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the antennae simple. Yo, Chad, I really like this. I really, really like this. And then what we gotta do? Get that coat of slime. Okay. Now I'm curious if it's not a Pokemon, what is it? Dude, you gotta be joking. I've been working on POTEMPO for, I feel like, months now. I've talked about it for way longer than that, too. And it even says in the thumbnail in huge letters, POTEMPO. Um, how you had the head before made it look like the head was spilling out instead of just being the top of the head. That's what I was trying to get back to, Rec, and I think I got it. You want to do more of a tail thing? Try looking at nudie branches. I've seen that, Ollie, and I think I want to. It's gonna sound crazy. I want to use. I'm gonna look up nudibranch just to make sure the sea slugs, right? I want to just make sure I'm looking at the right thing. You like the beautiful nudibranches? Is that? Yeah. So this is gonna sound crazy, but I kind of want to go make Godzilla because Godzilla is an aquatic creature as well as it is terrestrial, right? But mostly aquatic. So it might be worth it, chat. Crap. I've been like kind of associating this guy, Cthulhu, with chat. Wait. I like goopy guys. Gordon Ramsay. Giving Kirby Enemy in the best way. If there's another Lovecraftian based POTEMPO in the future, may I recommend some? Sure. Recommendations are always fun. But this is what I'm thinking. I've been finally able to catch a screen. Welcome. That was very cute. Thank you. Should the slimy body be a different color from the body? I'm not sure. That said, I will say other serpents. Ooh. Looking nothing like him. Gotcha. So, chat, I am thinking something. I could go a more purple color palette for these guys. Because I want them to be more cosmic, right? Out of world kind of characters. And then maybe not, Zach. Yeah. There's a lot to catch up, but I've definitely been talking about it a lot. It's been a long time coming. So I'm finally happy I can get back to it. So I've been thinking about making Cthulhu like more and more aquatic, right? Nautilus and all that kind of stuff. But part of me wants to lean Godzilla with like nudibranches and those beautiful like they look like sea dragon snake thingies, not snakes, but they've got like I'm gonna see if I can find it. But I would like again each of these of the big three to really oh yeah, so nudibranch. Oh my god. That just okay, so when you rate nudibranch, oh, come on. Jesus Christ. I just clicked something and it popped up something suspect. I didn't even type anything. Where? Safe search was off, I guess. Almost missed this. Welcome in. Why not both? An aquatic kaiju. Thing is, I don't want both to be aquatic. I was saying earlier, I want the big three sea slug. So I really wanted my Godzilla, right? To kind of really be built around these kind of creatures. And I know it sounds crazy, but I have like a cool vision in mind. Or I can lean into Cthulhu with these guys because they're very hypnotic and colorful. And you know what? So then maybe blue dragons. Yes, thank you, Ali. Yellow, the Cthulhu tempo. I was maybe these guys because they've got that aquatic vibe to them. And then, but then you know what? Then Godzilla and King Kong would be both terrestrial. Because I could do something cool where you can change the colors upon evolution. The colors aren't so much the issue. I can always change the colors, you know? But King Kong would be the terrestrial kaiju. Godzilla could be the aquatic, and um, then Cthulhu could be the astral. Now, what animals and whatnot? I mean, a lot of sea animals, to be fair, are associated with space and stuff, right? Sea stars, and in Pokemon anyway, saying like "Star, you came from space." Um, it would be really cool to lean into the aquatic side of Godzilla. That's what I've been always thinking about, especially having just seen -1. It feels right to really lean into that. Like, there was this Godzilla cartoon, and I always equated him with the sea because he'd come out of the sea every time when they needed his help. So I always like pictured in my head he's like this aquatic kaiju. How about a monitor lizard? I mean, that'll be for sure, but I still would need mythical or fantastical inspiration for the prevos for Godzilla. It's interesting with Cthulhu, Kong, and Godzilla because this one is cosmic, one is natural, and one was altered by man. Very true. Gotta fix, they're all aquatic now. Giant sea monkeys, a fusion. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'm just gonna keep designing Cthulhu. I don't want to overthink things, although it is good to overthink. Um, you mentioned hypnotic and colorful, which brought cuttlefish. Exactly, Jelly. Exactly. I'll be using a nautilus as well, and they've got like look like a cuttlefish as well. Um, might be more hypnotic inspo. Exactly. Okay, so let's just keep on this train. I'm just keep in mind what I was kind of thinking about, which is why I had to stop and think like, how do I do this? Um, maybe Godzilla's like a leaf sheep. It's a nudibranch that can photosynthesize. Let me look up a leaf sheep. Again, the real world inspirations, it doesn't have to be accurate because POTEMPO are their own spiritual kind of creatures. Ooh, they're very cute, leaf sheep. Nudie branches are so cute, dude. Oh my god. I never had realized like legendary Godzilla had gills until I looked at his neck very closely. Me and Ali on the same page, hell yeah. Um, here is the leaf sheep chat. Like, it's so cute. It looks like a little cow actually. So it's even got like this kind of pinkish tone here for like the cow's nose, maybe like bull horns or cow ears. I would have used that guy for Godzilla. And I'm not saying Godzilla would look cute if I based it on nudibranches. It would still look hella awesome, like very dinosaur-like and whatnot. Could do Space Godzilla. Not to, that's true, but then that encroaches on Cthulhu, right? Cthulhu will probably be the space entity. But remember that it's all inspired, nothing crazy, right? Actually made a convergent double. We gotta see that. All right, let's get into the second one. Finally. Let's go into Dub. Ooh, okay. Dub Bush. What if no, Bon? Keep on pace. Keep on pace. So I'm gonna do now Luke. Chat, someone figure out how we pronounce that again. This guy is very much, again, why I think it's very fitting. Oh, wait, chat. Buru and the Kasai Rex. Tell me about both of those creatures while I write them down and start working on this one. Kasai Rex. Aquatic insect larvae. Yes. Shin Godzilla. And for gotcha. Will you do the other Lovecraft? No. It'll just be the one. Just because it's the most iconic. And with this first generation for sure, I'm like trying to get such a beautiful balance of cultures and points of references for pop culture. So, chat, I'm going to do this really quickly. I just want to test this out. We can go, more alien like. So, I'm going to save this might be the final design. I mean, I don't want to say final. Kasai Rex is said to be a Tyrannosaurus or Gigantosaurus, however, being depicted as a series of monitor or bipedal terrestrial crocodile. Okay. Okay, chat, watch this. Eat a bush. So, what if his face was, instead of like, because that was like the aquatic feel, what if I made it shaped like a freaking saucer, right? And then there's something very like UFO about the antennae sticking out. And it would still be wooden. Oh, I think I like this a lot more, chat. It's so much more of an interesting shape. And he still feels like a snail slash slug type of thing. Oh, chat, this is it. That's so much cuter. And I'm going to simplify this. No, you know what? Let's keep it simple. AISS, keep it simple, stupid. So now I can truly have Godzilla be the more aquatic, this guy be the cosmic, and King Kong. Oh, hell yeah. Yo. That's kind of fire. Is my friend's suggestion? Nice. The Nigerian fire spitter would also be a good middle stage for Godzilla. It's described as a Spinosaurus like cryptid. I'll mark that. Okay. Chad, I like this. I like the head peeking out a little. Makes it look like the UFO dome. I did so too, but I think for simplicity, I want to see. Yeah, actually, that is really cute. Yeah, this is it. I think I saw the Buru. Love the head shape. Good. Um, all right, cool. Cool. Um, do I need? No, you know what? Let's keep it clean. Oh, you know what? This is what we'll do, chat. Let's lean into the purple and stuff like cosmic galaxies and stuff. Neon Genesis colors? A little too purple, like a venomous purple. Let me like. Okay, not bad. Conceptually, it's reminding me of the grass starter from the Mazda region. IDK, if you see that as an issue, I don't remember what he looks like. Also, Hope, yep, I saw that as well. Play Super Smash Brothers? Hell yeah. Maybe the grass region Jax, that's the second one. You need that contrast. Boy Snail? What I gotta see Jax. Does anyone know what the name is? Because I don't want it to look too similar to that, of course. I say how much I don't want it to look like Pokemon exist. Now my friend's Pokemon region. There's no way I'm gonna remember its name. It was a cute little snail, right? They look different. Both are. Oh, that's right. He does do a cosmic snail thing, right? Like a bounty hunter Samus. Oh yeah. Maybe it could be called Poisnail. It might be Malucata. That's right. Thank you. Oh my god, it does have the same kind of. Oh my god, no way. Yeah, yeah. It's also like a slug thingy, right? Gastronaut. Damn. Me and you, Jack. Oh, even this thing kind of looks like it's supposed to be a Cthulhu kind of thing. Oh crap. Yeah, he's basically using a Nautilus kind of inspiration as well. Dang. How do we do this then? Malukata, the shape. Oh, he probably tried to do the same thing, right? Like a UFO kind of shape. What a fun line. Great job. Malukata is based on space slug trope in older science fiction. Yeah. Dang, yeah. Yeah. Designing stuff? Go for it. It's not poison type because it's not a Pokemon, Cody. Not a Pokemon, it's POTEMPO. Um they're different, don't worry. I know, but it's still pretty close if two people were able to bring it up. And that's a Fakemon region, right? So I feel like it'll feel more encroaching. You know what? I'll just straight up ask Jack after. Be like, yo, bro, do you think this is like biting your design too much? Chat mentioned it. Please don't redo the design. Listen, part of finding the best design is seeing something really good, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? Um, what's up, Sarah? Welcome in, welcome in. I think these look different enough. But you know what? It's still very, like, mine and Jack's would be very similar. Like, I have the Nautilus over here for the Cthulhu final. Okay, let's do this. I will leave this first form. It's still the thing in Swamp Thing. Yeah, the thing is there have been a lot of what do you call it? Well, I really do like the purple. The purple does feel really good. Um there are a lot of shameless kind of rip-off type of things out there. Ooh, look at this, chat. If I did this, maybe. Because this will be an interesting shape as well. And it kind of looks like the head is a slug itself, as if it's controlling the entity. Yeah, I figured that's what Rec was talking about. The thing is John Carpenter's scary movie set and the Ice Code. Why does this Photoshop really keep doing this stuff? Alright. There's something fun about, like, the... Let me look at Malukata again. Malukata. Molecules? Wait, no. How do you spell that? Malukata. Malukata. For mollusk. Maybe it should have been molluscata. Okay, he doesn't have the little things jumping out, so I can keep that. Reminds you of Gumi Slugu with a nice mix with the shell. The two writers happen to be roommates? Wow. Okay, so there's two versions. I'll be able to sit down and kind of see how I feel. I'll even ask Jack and be like, "Hey, bro, do you think this is like biting your design too much? You know, I don't want to step on your toes." Um, there is a really fun shape here for sure, though. Okay. It's like mollusk and terracotta. Yeah, I know what the inspo is, but I'm wondering if for the flow of the name, Malucata versus Molluscata, where you have the mollusk and then you have the kata from the musk or the k. Snailian is a name. It's snail plus alien. Snailian is very cute. Also, I think a cone snail could be a decent addition idea. It's not really the design, but its attack. It's an Australian snail that launches. Oh, wow. Wow. That sounds insane. An Australian snail would make sense that they would do that of all the aliens. Um, Man Thing also from Marvel. It's also a Plants Man. Oh, jeez. All right, so we have two versions, chat. And it should look again very wooden. All the POTEMPO have the wooden face masks. Um, all right, in reality though, it wouldn't be glowing green. It would be yellow, since all of them are yellow, and then they would have like the black uh, pupils. Let's just give a little highlight. Okay, so both of these work. I do prefer the one on the left quite a bit. Because Cosmollusk. Maybe not for the first. Oh, you mean for my guy's name? I wouldn't know just because I don't want it to get even closer to Jack's. Australia. That's a good one. Sounds like Marasala from our favorites man's from a Marasala. Have you guys ever had Marasala? Chat. Yes. Okay, we'll leave him there. Let's finally work on Luke Karkolk. We're an hour and 14 in. And just redesigning. Oh no. Oh no. I drew over the other. Okay, we'll just straight up. Well, no, look. I can go into my time version history. Okay. Axel, what's up, dog? What's going on? Welcome in, man. Long time no see. Good to see you. Just brainstorming. Gonna do anything specific? No, I was chatting about it in the group Discord. I do want to at some point. I was I dedicated this whole day, right? I sat down and I'm trying to figure out the names. And I don't want to say struggling, but I wasn't feeling inspired. I was like I made it like a job to sit down, be like I'm gonna name all of them. So after that, I kind of like slowed away from it, and I realized part of it is because I still don't have so many things um locked in, right? I don't have like domains officially locked in. A lot of my inspirations are officially locked in. The colors might affect the name of an like all that kind of inspiration like needs to really, if not necessarily 100% locked in, it still needs to be like largely what's the word? It needs to vibe, right? It needs to feel right. Um, oh, does it sound like Malasada? Um, Maybe the left is a female and the one is the right. We don't do that here. It's all just gender neutral. They're just spirits, so they don't have Oh, 1 second, chat. Ugh. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. God tier production. Thanks, man. I mean, show, game. I was talking about this with Axel on his birthday. Just trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure it out. Truth be told, there's still so much to figure out. I do want to push this as some sort of multimedia project, because it would be silly not to. In the best ways, um, Pokemon was marketed by a TV show, right? Like it was all the rage in the '90s, and ever since, right? Tie-ins and whatnot. Okay, let's design Lou Carjol. No, I think it's Lou. Oh, here it is. How to pronounce Lou. That's funny. All right, let's see chat. According to howtopronounce.com.
Lou Carcall H.
That ain't right. It says 2 out of 5 rating. Pronounce kiwi?
Lukaku.
Did Wikipedia redesign itself? It looks a little cleaner. Okay, so Lou Carcolc, or the Carcolc, is a mythical beast from French folklore. It is described as a large, slimy, snake-like serpent with hairy tentacles and a large shell. It's said to live in a cavern beneath Hastings, a town in Le Lons region in southwestern France. Carcolc slime could be sometimes seen long before the creature itself arrived. Nobody dared to approach the creature, as unwary persons would be grabbed by its tentacles, dragged into its cave, and devoured whole. A lot of phlegm when you say that name. It's my favorite thing to do. I have no idea what POTEMPO is, but I know it's similar to Pokemon. Chad, how would you describe to Cody and in general, how do we teach people about POTEMPO? Take care, Jelly. We'll see you again. You try giving them all scientific names? I think that would be boring and it's not fun to say, right? POTEMPO are balls of... Oh, you try... Jesus, Alex. POTEMPO are balls of cheese that cheese wielders use in battle take over the Finger Empire. I mean, she's correct. Name them all after random people. Franklin! Madness-inducing slime. Alright, let's start drawing. I don't know why... Oh, I do know why I did that. Because I was stretching. Did that look awkward when I'm like... Orthopod? A mix of unorthodox... Unorthopod would be fun. From isopod to stick on that bucket. Ooh, I like that. Unorthopod. It is more mollusky, huh? Or snail-like. Or slug-like. There's plenty of things I can, do. Also, chat, is the quality of the camera better, or is it just me? It should be 60 frames now. Tempo is a non-cinematic universe starring POTEMPO. Spirits made of spirit juice. God damn it. I like the cheese storyline better. Okay, I'm just gonna get started so we can finally get to Cthulhu at some point. This century. Alright, let's do... I really like this kind of, cone shell, right? We were just talking about the cone shell before. And again, with POTEMPO, the quality gets better when you're on screen. I'm always on screen. What do you mean it got... Like, when I'm looking down? Plus, the helmet looks like a little bit of a seed pod. True. So much FPS on the camera? Good. Yeah, it turns out I wasn't even plugged before, chat, into the right USB. So dumb of me. I didn't know. So once I plugged into the right thing, I could unlock 60 frames per second. Pod could also be for gastropod, aka snails. They're flirting with you? I'm stupid. I don't know when people do these kind of things. The magic conch. Yes. I'll be right back. Not a worry, not a worry. Okay, let's do... How do I... Okay, so he was mostly snail-like, which... So this is another thing that I would say is good for teaching POTEMPO. I have no qualms about, like, oh, the animals or monsters. Trust me, it'll be 3 a.m., 2 a.m., and I'm, like, sitting and thinking about, like, oh, she was definitely flirting with me, wasn't she? I'm a big dum-dum. I don't know these things. Everyone flirts with Bonnie? No, what do you mean everyone flirts with me? No? Oh, wait, I don't know. I don't know these things, chat. I don't know these things. I'm a dumb guy. I'm just smart at drawing pictures. So you guys know I like to be able to switch up the animals, and it's never like baby Cthulhumon into teenager Cthulhumon into adult Cthulhumon, right? So do POTEMPO have Pokedex entries or Poke... Wait. So do POTEMPO have Pokedex entries or Pokedex entries or whatever you call it? Yeah, none written, but they will. They'll have like Dex entries. I probably will change the name because where I don't want the Pokemon connections is mostly in the naming conventions, right? Like I don't want it to be like the POTEMPO Dex. I think maybe the book that it might be something like the Potemptome, for example, like my own take on it, you know. All right, how do we make this guy? Potempopedia. That's a cute name too. It's a little Potemptome is fun because Potempo, and it's like you can find the word tome in Potempo, Potemptome, a tome is a book, but Potempopedia, I guess, reads a little better. And we know from Wikipedia, right? Like I told, the Potempo Grimoire lore, Potempor, Potempor, or Potempo lore. Legit though, I was listening to the magical sound that would, you know what it is? Tempo Tome, simple and cute. The Potempo Diaries. Trainers, shaman, retainers. I haven't. And by the way, thank you guys for all the questions. I've been definitely looking at them, and like it really has helped in like whittling down a lot of questions and whatnot. I definitely don't want them to feel like trainers. I don't think is a good name. It works for Pokemon, obviously, but like you guys know the direction that I want for mine is that like we're friends with these spirits, right? And we're like helping them unlock their potential, right? So trainer feels like someone you take your dog to, right? And they train them for you, right? Potempedia. Yeah, it might be Potempedia. I like that a lot. Instead of Potemptome, it kind of has too harsh, right? Of a it might be Potempedia. 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 I like that. The Potempo Cookbook. Instead of trainers, call them allies. That's... I'm gonna say something. No, I'm not gonna say anything. It seems forced. Allies. Like we're calling them allies. But no, there shouldn't be a pun for the trainers either. How about... Why is it so hard to create the Lucar Hulk? Basically, its main thing is its wispy beard of tentacles. Potempo Pride. Post-it notes. Trainers, explorers. Explorers is more of a general term for someone who's like adventuring, though. you know? You would naturally, you would be, as a Pokemon trainer, you naturally are an explorer as much you are as a trainer. Guiders, it could be guiders, or they just could be straight up called partners. POTEMPO coach. Coach. But see, with coach, there's like this kind of relationship that's present, like you know all. But we as POTEMPO, for now, trainers, is that it's we're not nearly um we don't know enough to be a coach, right? We're both learning together. We're both unlocking both of our potentials. Um, I would say, ooh, okay, hold on. I kind of like this. Whatever's happening here, like you're already getting like this Cthulhu feel. Spirit guys call them besties, scholars. But you know what? Also, scholars has that same connotation, Ali, right? Where like a scholar is like someone who's proved themselves to be scholarly. I was thinking scholars will be the word for like my version of professors, right? People who are like studying these creatures, but it might be closer to things like shamans, like guides. There's something really nice about guides, you know. Um, keep them coming though. I like these kind of conversations for sure. Um, let's simplify these guys, right? So, teammates, but ten pals, back. Welcome back. The tentacle beard looks like a bit like arm and legs. I can see that. Druids. Maybe an acronym, TSF, but the acronym would need to be. I'm not opposed to that. The acronym would simply need to be, what's the word? They would just need to be readable off the tongue. What is TSF, for example? So for example, I'll just give you a random one that makes no sense. Arc, right? Like if the trainers were called arcs, and then stood for like, actually really cool. You know what I mean? Then you'd be like, okay, we'd call ourselves arcs. I'm not opposed to acronyms. I think that is nice. Do you guys like this kind of conical shell for this design? What do you guys think? I feel like I'm drawing Zoidberg. But tentacles. Does Luke Cole have? Looks awesome. Nice. Yeah, I kind of want it to be like spilling out. And then I'm going to extend it. What's up, Jay? Welcome in. Couriers? What is it? A courier is like a deliverer, no? Like someone who delivers parcel? Similar to guides since they help lead the spirits in the material world. Couriers. Adventurers of the spirits or out AOTs. AOTs? POTEMPO Inspirers? Otherwise known as Fish. No. Very much. Give the silhouette good. Nice. I like your critiques. Or feedback, I should say. Let's do... Okay. Since he's supposed to be more snake-like, Yeah, I kind of want to extend his, and then you know what? Yeah, I just want to elongate the neck a little more. Kind of feeling like evil Lapras vibes. Maybe the shell could look like a temple. Why is that? Um, let's see. Snail-like serpent. Slimy. There's not much else here about its design. Ooh, you know what? I could have this wavy texture continue on its face like this. Ooh, this is something interesting. And then I'll give his eyes like right here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So it looks like his tentacles are made from the slime. Um, Compendium, Companion, Field Guide are things that comes to mind as inspiration, but I don't know. That's okay, Axel. See, I'll figure out the Pokedex rename. I like Potempedia. Potempedia seems fun, cute. Does that say Nigerian? Is this Pokemon? No, there's someone suggested the Nigerian fire spitter, which is a kind of, I think, crocodilian or dinosaur-like entity. Captains? No, not captains. Captains could be the name of like gym leader people. Feels like that could fit for them. Um, com- compendium, competembidium, companion, competempanion. If Potempo is spirited, something like mediums, yeah, like I think mediums would be a pretty good one. Um, I do think like something in the vein of mediums or shamans would really be something I like. How does the training work? Is there something that makes trainers special? I think yeah, I would really like it to be like something like um you know, more along the lines of you're kind of chosen by like I won't say the world. Um Ooh, could I maybe have like the goo kind of leaking from the tail or the end like that? Um, but yeah, I mean, look, it would probably still be very Pokemon like, right? With training, like if it's battling and things like that. Um, Actually, the thing is, we're kind of losing it being a snake. I mean, it's fun. It doesn't have to be the exact thing it's inspired by. I know a lot of iterations of Cthulhu he has bat-like wings. Maybe making the little membrane sharper could clue into that. Thing is, Ollie, that's more like Pokemon train of thought. Like, I really don't mind if there isn't too many direct nods to what it's going to become. Um, that's all subject to change, of course. I might very well be adding like proper visual clues and stuff, but I quite like in a very Digimon way, like there's still a spiritual undertone, right, between all of my designs. Um there should be like some sort of connective tissue, but I don't want it necessarily to be like I always think of Sprigatito as the best example. Usually any of the starters work, but Sprigatito I think is like one of the better ones in my head where to describe the difference between, say, Pokemon. So Potempo lives in between Pokemon and Digimon, right? With Digimon, like the joke is that like you start off as a cute kitten, and then you evolve into a refrigerator, and then you evolve into a wolf with Gatling guns, and then you finally evolve into an angel with 19 wings, right? Whereas in Pokemon with Sprigatito, you're a baby cat, and then you're a teenager cat, and then you're an adult cat, right? It's it's fine. That's their style, right? And with Digimon, it's a little more random, although that's not always true. They have the potential to do that. But with Potempo, it's kind of like a middle ground where, yeah, there is like an end goal, and that you as the trainer are really helping the Potempo reach their potential, right? On a spiritual level, where it's kind of like um, you are giving them the ability to supersede what anyone, including those Potempo themselves, ever believed they could surpass, right? Also, so in this case, right, we have like a UFO kind of feel, right? Like an alien kind of feel. Here we have tentacles, which is really the slime, right? That's starting to make like a Cthulhu kind of face. So I don't want to ever outright like just put in bat wings, say, into this design to be like, this will be um this will be the connection to Cthulhu that was missing all along. Because at the end of the day, right, I'm not going to be making Cthulhu as a Potempo. It's a Potempo inspired by Cthulhu, if that makes sense. Maybe Tirix. What about Seers? Someone with supernatural insight. I like that. I like that a lot. Actually, Seers are cute. Cthulhu's the thing that most likely worship, and what do people worship in? Well, this is only one thing. I'm not going to name an entire thing based off of one inspired Potempo, right, Cody? Maybe Terps or monks, guardians. Monks and guardians works. Could be like Bloodborne, where some people have more insight. Exactly, Dingus. Which is funny because that has a lot of, you know, eldritch insight and whatnot. Pathweaver or Weaver? Weavers are nice too. Giving it a snake eye would help. That's true. I just realized that's just JoJo. How big is this stage? It does look really big, doesn't it? I'm not sure yet. Colleagues working 9 to 5. The tubular peeps. You can lean into the mutual support. That's true. Have a term that works generally instead of terms work with Potempo. The linked. Link. You know what, Rec? I love that. Because they are linked in many ways. Wing pattern Ingu. Roommates. The roommates. My roomies, they never pay for rent. Terrips because it's spirit backwards. Gotcha. Okay, let's give him like snake eyes. I think part of me just wants to kind of just jump to Cthulhu now. Ooh, you know what? What if this cone shell is just this guy's snake tail? You know, it looks like, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of looks like a conch shell, but it's really its tail wrapped up. Oh man, I was gonna make this part yellow, the underbelly, but then it would really feel like Ekans. Ooh. I kind of like that. Let's see if orange. Damn, that really does look like an Ekans underneath there. Let's try. You know what? Let's try blue. Blue might be too strong. Evil Lapras. Alright, let's leave it like this for now. Oh, you know what? It could be like a pink, so I can get this astral kind of coloration. Right? Oh, in that case, maybe it's a bluish. Um, let's see. It'd be fun to have the device that keeps track of POTEMPO be called a metronome. Oh, the Potentheon. The Potentheon. Potentheon. I'll mark it down. That's kind of fun. Potentheon. Potentheon sounds like it's the god of all the POTEMPO. Never mind, that's more fun. Just like Enamorous, derived from Pantheon, which is derived in the particular set of all gods of any individual. Magenta. Green and magenta is my favorite color combo. Let's do... Yeah, wait, you know what? This feels very astral to me. Oh, wait. Maybe... Hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave the colors simple for now. I'm also just going to make the... Let's do something like this for now. These are pretty funky alien kind of colors, chat. Galastral Pod? That's a fun name. So it's going to be... Are we playing as a player in real time like we actually did that? Or is it going to be those things that is a story that we're being told? How do you mean? Hold on. So it's going to be playing in real time like we actually did that? I mean, all stories are scripted in a way, no? I would say it's I'm one person, right? I'm not like outright promising a game. I'm promising right now a concept. In my current vision, it's definitely a linear story, kind of like, Pokemon Red and Blue. Because something that's like anything more, it just seems like impossible to write and do as a indie dev. But yeah, I think I have a story I want to tell. So you guys would be playing through the story, right? There'll be a set story. Could cut the G and make it Astral Pod. And it's kind of like, this is like a pod in itself, right? Like a container. Snastro. Snastro is very cute. Guys, this color palette is kind of crazy. I think, you know what? I want to eliminate, I think, the excess that's hanging off the side. And just let it be... Yeah, hold on. There's something a lot more interesting about this. Oh, it's giving me slow bro vibes, which is really funny. I might have to change up the... there's something a little more interesting about this shape. Ryder, please don't come after Bonnie with lawsuits because you sure. Yeah, I've got this. It's at the start. Everything you're telling me. And you see it right here too. Disclaimer, by participating in the stream, you relinquish any claims to the development. Which is why I don't ever outwardly ask for names. What's up, Kofi? Welcome in. Did part of its front glow like its prior Evo? Maybe. More than likely, I'm sure. But then again, it is just goo. Lou Carcol. I might have to just make this guy more of a regular snail tail, I think. Because this does feel very... It does feel very, what do you call it? Slowbro. Which was, by the way, that little thing that was on its back. What if I made it... Oh, but you know what? It would look like a witch's hat. And there was also another kind of cone on its head. It's too much. Let's keep it on the side in case I want to reuse it for something. All right, let's give him, yeah, more regular. You guys know how much I like my spikes, so I'm gonna give him spikes down his swirly back. Ooh, what if I had like kind of stuff dangling from each of these thingies? More cargo vibes, right? Damn it, Pokemon, why you have to beat me to everything? Dang, I was thinking about making it silver too, but the thing is, this silver, Macargo's got like a grayish silver. Oh my god, Pokemon, you're mad annoying. Oh my god, that's funny. What if you saturated the colors a bit? Probably the player, right? It's this snakes that rise from pots when they hear the wind instrument thing. What if you saturated the colors? I think people are getting tired of open world games over time. Not everyone has the time to play the spelling games. Yeah, I think both work, right? Like whatever people want. Options are always good. But yeah, the expectation, a lot of people, especially if they're new to the channel, you know, they don't even realize I'm making POTEMPO. But development is such an insane thing, right? Like they kind of project what they, and I'm not saying this in a negative way to you guys, but just something I've noticed. They kind of project what they want out of a fan project, right? Because it's like, and that's what the cool thing is about fan projects, right? Like they're inspired by Pokemon and they're trying to do something in their own way. And they're like thinking like, oh, they're like me. They want the same thing. I want like an open world experience, like a true, and then obviously Pokemon finally did that. And here's the thing: if Game Freak, who has all the support in the world, and the money in the world, can't land a open world concept with as much bugs and glitches and, you know, what is I, a simple man who's trying to find his passion in design and stuff, what could I really do, right? And I'm not putting myself down, but being realistic, right? Okay, this is interesting. This is a cool design. The color I definitely got to figure out. Sludrich. Okay, let me catch up with you guys here. In the one official drawing Lovecraft did of Cthulhu, the side of his head had 3 distinct dots. Not sure if eyes or not. Maybe have some glowing there, like that could work. Question thought, Bonnie. I was listening to you describe how the trainer unlocks POTEMPO's potential in context of the design of needing to be on the nose or hinting at what's to come. Is the idea that you're giving the POTEMPO something it's missing in life or giving what it needs to move on? Great question, Jay. I love the attentiveness there. So basically, I think it's more so that I want to make it. Also, I'm going to just stretch while I answer this question. I think we all stretch right now together, even if you're not drawing. The idea is that I want like there to be like decent jumps in between the designs, not like always, obviously, but like even the POTEMPO themselves are like surprised about the amount of change that can overtake them. And what I mean to say is like, so in Pokemon, for example, right? Which I should let my hand and I'll chat with you guys. Let me see how this works. Can I? Full screen camera. Yet here we are, not full screen. Okay, fine. So, and I'll speak directly looking at you guys. So basically, look at it like this. The way I see it is that I want POTEMPO, right, to be designs where obviously like when you see these, well, I say these two, I guess I'll really see all my silver whiskers. They're coming in fast, chat. What's going on? I might have to dye them. Yeah, I guess if I'm talking about the designs, we should probably see. Basically, when you're looking at these two designs, you can tell they're related. Obviously, when I do a final pass, you know, maybe they'll have more in common, be it like a color palette or, you know, the way movement kind of exists. But I don't ever want it to be. I mean, look, there will be some designs that will feel more Pokemon-like, but I more prefer designs like this where there's radical jumps, yet they're still connected. And the reason why is because when you're playing Pokemon, right? Pokemon has taught us what to expect in the design. So if something evolves into something crazy or weird, we're like, that doesn't make sense. That's so weird. That's blah blah blah. And then I get it, right? There's like there's something fun about cohesive design. However, what I like are designs like Remoraid into Octillery, where visually they don't look like they evolve, but the concept of a water gun into a water cannon is there as the underlying connection, right? So to me, I like doing something like this where I want to like see the reactions of when people evolve their POTEMPO, right? Where like you get this cute little slug and then evolves into that thing. You're like, whoa, what is that? It's crazy. I never expected that. You know? That shock factor, and then like, okay, cool, yeah, I can see some of the connective tissues, and then you truly may not know what's to come. Maybe you do, you know, for some of them. But I like to have a sizable jump. Like, I don't necessarily want you to be raising and training your creatures, and then you get like like you expected it kind of design. Again, sometimes people get comfort in that, and some of my POTEMPO will have that. But that's why I do not mind in the slightest that a lot of my designs really go out of their way to subvert expectations. Good question. Orthocones have a lot of different shell types. Ali, I'm going to write these down so I can look at them at some point. Orthocones Um, Also, Tarfaceritus have more twisted shells. Could it have arms? Tiny little T-Rex arms. Um, so is it from space like Staru, or is it from this planet? Um, all Potempo are not terrestrial in the sense of like, even if I describe like, oh, my Cthulhu, um, my Cthulhu is more, it's more like the concept, like the design should feel extraterrestrial. But they're all spirits. They all come from a different plane of existence. Um, you can do better than them. That's what. Thanks, Axel. I'm trying. But one thought, I got it, Jay. I like that question a lot. I'd love to describe the salon to friends. Yeah, I cared for my little slug guy enough that they ended up Cthulhu. Exactly, Jorpta. Exactly. Um, I want to subvert expectations when I can. It's not something that I need to like go out of my way to do every now and then. But what about Caracosmo? Caracol plus Cosmo. Caracosmo is very nice. I feel like I want to leave Cosmo or Galaxy, something crazy, for the final one. But I like that name a lot, Darian. Hello, Professor, says Nintendo Zombie 96. Welcome. I saw that you're making Cthulhu Potempo, and I had an awesome idea. If you look up Ben 10 Alien Force Vilgax, I have seen that design earlier. Directly. For Potempo stories, is there going to be a rival? Would there be another village from where you live or someone from the other side of the region? If I remember the rival. Yes, I think I'm going to have multiple rivals. I don't think there should only be one rival. I love the idea of having like that dickhead rival and then like a friendly rival. Um, you know, I had a weird comment from an individual who will, leave certain comments like that in the past, like very actually type of comments. And I'm not going to go into too much depth about it, but rivals, you know, um can be antagonists. They can be your friends. They can be this, that. Um, the idea will always be that they exist um, to bring emotion into you, right? Like either they're going to charge you up, right? They cheer you on and you feel like you have friends behind your back. You have others who irritate you and make you mad. Um, so yeah, that kind of stuff obviously helps the story. It helps character growth, creates arcs. Um, but yeah, this might be more work or might not fit into your world. But is there a form if you heal the spirit versus if you feed into its agony? I've thought about that, and it's less heal and destroy them versus raising them as a chaotic force or a force of order. So that's something I'm trying to figure out. I actually think the Godzilla Potempo, Kong Potempo, and biggest Cthulhu should be the biggest non-legendary. They're not going to be huge. I don't want them to be overtly huge. They will largely be. So to be fair, Draco, you're on the nose. Like they will be the biggest non-legendary for sure. But I want to keep expectations. They're not going to be skyscrapers or anything. Okay. But yes, that would make sense for they're the most kaiju. Doomworm will be up there too. I think I made Doomworm a little smaller. I'll probably make these guys like as big as my original Doomworm guy. Um, but okay, let's see. If they come from a different plane, if they came from a different plane, that implies an airport. That's funny, Arthur. That is funny. Um, so are these human souls or are they souls of a different thing? Oh, that's a funny and interesting question, Cody. They're not human souls, but without giving away too much, I love the spirituality of the concepts of reincarnation. So I'll just kind of leave that there. It's more that its energy is recycled and they're formulated, into spirits that take on the forms of creatures that may or may not have existed. Yeah, that's true. Ben 10 does get mentioned a lot in our thing. Yeah, exactly. It's not that you have the Gary or Nimona rival. You may have both in this game. You know what I mean? Um, there's not going to be just one person who's like, I'm here to torment you. It'll be like a real world, right? Like if they're people your age, like you're going to see them as your rival, your contemporaries, right? I think actually got the point now. Yeah, Jay, I think so too. Actually, I think actually is a bad phrase. Chat, what town would Brody Jones reside in if he was in the Pokemon universe? Just realized that the Lucaco shell is shaped kind of like the Hubba Bubba gum package. And the body's the tape. Yo, throwback. They are spirits indeed. How tall, roughly, do you feel the Kaiju POTEMPO trio would be? Let's see. You know what? It's been a while since I've seen the sizes of my... I don't want to spend too much time away because I really want to jump into Cthulhu, but I am kind of curious just to look at a lot of my older designs because it's been a while. Where's the file? Exqueeze? Hold on, that's weird. Where's the file? Oh, thank God. I was going to lose my shite. Yeah, where is... Well, Sketch was the first to join in and stream today. Days since last Ben 10 reference? Yeah, you guys need to be on that. Is there a stage tour? On the word. On the word? On the way. Okay, so for example, this Chimera inspired one, and to be fair, I'm going to redesign many of these. The Chimera was one of the first ones I designed. He's already pretty dang big. So I might have to bring these guys down just a little bit. Because look, this is nearly... Okay, it's not double. Let's see. Even this guy is kind of... Who's the biggest so far? Okay, yeah. So, for example, look, the Dune Worm guy is kind of big. So let's say... Oh, I got that right. Let's say that, like, the Doom Worm inspired guys here, right? I would say... Maybe the Kaiju guys are, like, this big. I might make them a little smaller. That seems very big. And remember, unlike Pokemon, which is very inconsistent, I would be, very consistent on model. Oh, those guys are not going to be in the game anymore. They've been replaced. They're really cute, but they don't really fit. They fit more like... I won't say anything further. Brody Jones is the type of guy to do air quotes on words. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I think that seems right. I'll have to see. It might be something like this. Oh, this guy's so cool. Both of these two. Okay. So let's do Cthulhu. So, okay, it's a good thing you guys reminded me of Malakata and all that, because that's pretty much what it was, like a mollusk turned alien. So, where can I kick my button? All right. Have a good one, Jay. Thank you for stopping by. Now, with these guys, I'm wondering... So, Malakata's guy, what was the last one called? I'm gonna just start sketching. I'm not even going to, you know, do too much here. I'm gonna just reset my. You know what? I think that at the very least, let's look up Cthulhu, and then that'll at least give us um um. Okay, so ready? Wikipedia. Cthulhu. Gastronomy. Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity created by writer H.P. Lovecraft. It was introduced in his short story The Call of Cthulhu, published by the American pulp magazine Weird Tales in 1928. Considered a great old one within the pantheon of Lovecraftian cosmic entities. This creature has been since featured in numerous unpopular, why would I say unpopular, popular culture references. Lovecraft depicted as a gigantic entity worshipped by cultists, in the shape of a green octopus dragon and caricature of the human form. The Lovecraft-inspired universe, the Cthulhu mythos, where it exists within its fellow entities, is named after it. So I have a sketch of Cthulhu sketch right here from wow, this is so cool to see. This is from 11th of May 1934. So this is the official artist design. This might be the three dots that someone in chat mentioned earlier. It might be his eyes. We could imagine either the eyes being like right here, but it could also be right here. He's got his tentacles here. He's curled up. He's got like these massive wings. He's sitting here. It reads to R.H. Barlow, whose sculpture hath given. What is that word? Something like ability or relatability, something to this. Is it timid? Design, maybe? Oh, wait. No, there's an I there. T-I. I was thinking twisted. To R.H. Barlow, whose sculpture hath given something ability to this timid, twisted, trivial, maybe design of his abled of something. It says Cthulhu right here, 11th May 1934, H.P. Lovecraft. I love putting random quotation marks. It makes me feel weird and ominous. Like, please don't feed the birds versus don't feed the birds. That's terrifying, Jorpta. Should there be size categories for POTEMPO? Small, medium, large? Yeah, I think they're large. There probably would be. He's chunky. Cthulhu. Cthulhusk. Oh my god, yeah. Could you imagine trying to say Cthulhu? Alright, so there's H.P. Lovecraft's official depiction. We could use that as inspiration. Etymology, spelling, and pronunciation. The name Cthulhu is probably chosen to echo the word chthonic, ancient Greek of the earth chthon. Let's see. Lovecraft transcribed. The pronunciation is Kalulu. First syllable pronounced gutturally and very thickly. Kalulu. The use about that in full. Kalu. First syllable is not like klul in sound. Oh. Cthulhu has also been spelled in many other ways, including Tulu, Cthulhu, and Cthulhu. Long after Lovecraft's death, Chaosium stayed in the Call of Cthulhu roleplaying. We say it Cthulhu, even while noting that Lovecraft said it differently. Cthulhu. I'll just say Cthulhu. I do say Cthulhu. Well, Cthulhu, not Cthulhu. A monster vaguely anthropoid outline, but with an octopus-like head whose face was a mass of feelers, scaly, rubbery-looking body, prodigious claws on hind and 4 feet, and long, narrow wings behind. The CTHULU is said to resemble a green octopus dragon human character, hundreds of meters tall with webbed human-looking arms. Its head is depicted as a similar entity of giant octopus known as... blah, blah, blah. Okay. I got it. I think I know how I want to do this, chat. Celestialopod. Celestialopod. We always don't hear about the great old ones. How come we don't talk about the adequate? Poor guys, they're left. No way he has a twin brother. Tell us more. There's no way. I'm going to start sketching out some shapes. This is what I'm going to do first, actually, chat. So, I think I'm going to do something like Cthulhu. So, I think King Kong, I kind of want him to be like an ape. So, I'm going to have him be very forward hunched, like this. Like, he'll be like a gorilla I'm picturing in my head. So, here's my... Why I'm doing this is because I kind of want to figure out what the body shape is going to be. Right? And Said Brothers on the side of good? Oh, their name is Bonny Jones. Cathanid? I can't trust y'all now. Wait, what's the actual name? Is it Cathanid? Or is it Catwallo? No, I'm not going to trust Alex after she said the cheese story. Compared to the other Lovecraft names like Nyarlathotep, and be careful with this next name, Shub, thank you, Drop, for that. Cthulhu is pretty simple. Yahester. His name is Yahester. Cthulhu brother, also called the King in Yellow. He's a good guy. I want to root for that guy. So, okay, my King Kong POTEMPO will have a shape like this. The Godzilla one will likely have a shape like... see, yeah, like either like a T-Rex or like a Groudon kind of thing. Like, I don't want it to be like super duper like Godzilla, just like my King Kong will be exactly like King Kong. So let's say, ooh, you know what, chat? So in that case, what if I used this guy more as inspiration? It is Cathanid. Cthulhu also has a daughter that gives him... wait, what is some? Cthulhu. What does some immortality mean? Essentially, if he dies, his daughter will give birth to him? Bruh. Well, it's not made by Lovecraft himself. Person who contributed a lot to... oh, okay. Was he like part of the same time period? So here's my Godzilla guy, probably. Probably. I like the idea then to make him really feel... I might make my Cthulhu more... what if I made him like Starro? Like a UFO tentacle... okay, let's mess around. There's some cool stuff happening, chat. Oh, and I can use the shell. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna be cool. No! I drew on top of the reference, chat. Alright, so here's the point of reference. Cthulhu. Cthulhu's multiple brothers? Oh, you guys have to teach me this lore, chat. This is awesome. Alright, let me try a few things. So I do like the Nautilus thing quite a bit. So I kind of want to see... no, but you know what? We use the Nautilus shape like right here. Okay, let me do... ooh, okay. Maybe I'll still use the Nautilus kind of thing like this. Okay, I want to give him The Nautilus kind of eyes, potentially. Oh, wait, chat. Check this out. This could be cool. Check this. Portmanteaus are the best way to get names for sure. I agree. Well, I'm saying I agree. But meaning, I think it's the best way to get the names. Epic Silhouette of the Kaiju? Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Because it would really make him feel unique. And it'll be a take on Cthulhu that, again, it doesn't... I don't necessarily need to be like, this is Cthulhu. And it's my version. It just looks like a Pokemon version. So what if his shell lifts like this, and then we have like all these kind of tentacles kind of like coming out the side, or spikes at the very least. I may want to give him a traditional body, but let me try this out. Cthulhu's brother David is the most popular. I heard because he knows how to make a mean margarita. I only know that Hester King in yellow is also Hester. The almost flying saucer. Yeah, right? I think that'd be really cool. Like there's like some interesting shape here. It could be like I could even have more like tentacles coming out from here. Let me look up some Cthulhu images. Astronauthalus. That's a fun name, but it's hard to say. Astronauthalus. It's not super hard. And I like a name that doesn't outwardly have Cthulhu in the name. That would be an important thing for me whenever I come up with, Elder Gods. That's interesting. Cthulhu's third son is Zothamog, who has cone-shaped body, razor-fanged, reptilian head like that of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Four broad... Oh my god. Cthulhu is the complete opposite, being benevolent and is the leader of the Elder Gods. Group of deities that protect... That's so sick! Chat, do we not have a Cthulhu movie? Like, they ought to do some sort of movie, right? And have, like, these good gods and evil gods and, like, a person who's trying to uncover the secrets and he comes into a cult of, like, people who worship Cthulhu and they're trying to end the world. Like, there's some cool stuff that I think could come out of this. So it would kind of be more like... Oh, crap. The issue, chat, with this, if I do something like this, right? I feel like it might be too much like the brain in the jar. And I really don't want to lose that design. The brain in the jars are more like the mind flayers. And then this is like Cthulhu. Yamasukami? What is Yamasukami like? We call them Cthulhu video games, but I want to see a movie. I want to see the people, like, their minds figuratively and literally melting because they can't understand what they're seeing. Like, it'd be cool, right? Like, imagine sequels and whatnot. Okay, so let me bring its eyes down here. Let me zoom out for you guys. There we go. Oh, you know what I can do, chat? Sort of looks like a flump. Remember when early on I was expecting to make this like really super D&D inspired? I guess if anything, let me do this. Is another thing Cthulhu... Oh. Yeah, let me give him like... Yeah, this feels more right. He can have this like elevated brain kind of shape. You know what? No, I think it's fine if there's similarities between him and my brain in a jar. It just adds to the world building, you know? Instead of coming from the bottom, they are flowing from the back, maybe. They haven't made the movie yet, since if we watch it, our brains will explode for trying to perceive it. That's our fault, right? They're like, you have to sign a waiver before you watch this movie. Dogs are species of creatures featured in the dream quest of unknown Kadath. They are large black-furred beasts with vertical open fang jaws. Their two eyes protrude from either side with their limbs. Oh. Dude, the mythos sounds so sick. Imagine like awesome quality, like you know, just CGI and like designing these things. Okay, so we've got, let's see how I do this. I'm looking at a lot of these illustrations. Like I can interpret maybe the wings like something like this, but there's also a kind of like sea squid octopus thing that's got like those, like, I think it's the Draculan one, right? Or vampire squid or something. Oh, I'm kind of getting tentacruel now, or tentacool, which is also very UFO-like, right? Um, yeah, let me draw it. You know what? Let me draw it more to the side, because I think that's what's kind of... And it's still got to be like, when I say cute, not like cutesy baby, but like, it's still got to look like a, you know, fit the world of Potempo, right? Just like even say Tyrantrum looks like a T-Rex, but it looks like a Pokemon's style T-Rex, right? Yig, the father of serpents, a fictional deity introduced in HP Lovecraft. He's introduced as the snake god of the Central Plains tribes. That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine like all these little side characters leading up to Cthulhu in a movie? You know what? Let me do this. So we have this shape, this very vertical shape, and then these bat like wing like... I'm trying to use the reference on the side. If memory serves correctly, the stories for Hoster, the King and precede Cthulhu's story. Oh, okay, very cool. Oh yeah. I feel like the cinematography would be very interesting. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It would be something like, it could be, if at any given time the audio starts getting like creepy, like we're not able to perceive it, maybe like static, maybe, you know, it's just all these like crazy, creepy, weird imagery that like it's the closest thing we can kind of understand, you know? Big fin squid. I'm trying to see what I can do with the bat like wing stuff here, because I want to see. I like that shape that I had before, but I guess with Cthulhu, you would still need the tentacles in the front, you know. That's like my main thing that I want to get. Obviously, like the big brain kind of thing too is naturally very important. Perhaps the elder things would be a good reference. That's true. That's true. Rather than just trying to um The elder things, is that what they're known as, or the elder gods? Oh yeah, you're right. I wrote Pinteresting.com. Pinterest. The elder things. Oh my god, yeah, this is crazy. Some of these designs are insane, chat. If you guys want to look it up. Um so the thing is with the starfish, since it's on the floor, I don't want it to look like, okay, actually you want the main thing is, let's get the head should feel really massive. This is starting to look like a kraken. Don't worry, I'm trying to figure it out. Kraken was supposed to be the middle form, but you could never be looking at any one of them in its entirety. Like you get a glimpse. Yeah, exactly. It could just be really foggy. Your environment changes. Maybe it's just like I, pick, even visualize, or not visualize, but like the audio could just be like a sharp sting or a xenomorph like head shape. I'm saving that for my xenomorph inspired bacteria. Um, but I like where your head's at. I'm just trying to look at these Cthulhu images. The main thing I need to get is the tentacles. Okay. What if I had... Okay, yeah, this could be interesting. Where... Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of the sea star kind of vibe because it starts losing the shapes. There needs to be some rhyme or reason into the design. So now, is he a floating... It's hard with Cthulhu stuff because of how powerful the mythos is considered. Persistent special humans in the mythos can just... Yeah, exactly. My theater brain going on with an entire movie. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much really, really awesome potential for a film, right? Like, you would need some of the most visceral directors and designers on a film like this. Okay, what's the body shape? If I have the other two... Love, Death, and Robots as Cthulhu? Oh my god, I gotta watch that. I've seen, I think, the first season, and even then I didn't finish it. Okay, so let's say we have the brain. It would be interesting to keep... Some say... Though some say it's Geth, then it was golden eyes. Oh, gotcha. And the arms be its wings. It could be something like that. No, that's almost our territory. So let's get rid of that. I don't want it to read like a kraken. This is hard. I think this is going to be the hardest assignment between the three. For sure. Because, it's an alien, but it's not, and it is. And it's aquatic, and it's not, and it is. And it's, Let me do... I really like the UFO angle. Let me see if I can do... Oh, what if I have... Oh, chat, check this out. Squid have these, like, kind of things at the top. What if I did something like this? Where it's like, it looks like two squid heads side by side, attached like a UFO. And then it's got like the Nautilus kind of thing right here. Oh, hold on. There's something cool here. But again, now the issue is I'm kind of getting Tentacruel, right? Tentacruel, he took his weave off. No! I want an indie film maker. Indie horror movies always push the boundary. Yeah, that's true. Funny detail about Eldritch being in the mythos. Dogs absolutely hate them. Oh my god, why is that? Maddening, absolutely. I am pushed to my... You know what? I'm truly being afflicted by Cthulhu. That's what it is. Cthulhu doesn't want me to explore his realm, so that's why I'm having trouble. Hold on. What if I... So we have like a series of back... Wait, this is cool. Mind Flayer and or Brainiac ships. Yeah. And Mind Flayers are meant to be like a Cthulhu kind of call. Or call the design, you know? Hold on, I kind of like something like this. This is kind of like how my Tentacruel redesign kind of was. Shapeshifter, the form that I usually assume is like a squat fur-covered black creature. What do we think, chat? Is this working? These could be the back tentacles. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. And then I can do some sort of interesting shape here. Hold on. I kind of like this. Does he need arms? No, he's like a spaceship. What if the tentacles acted like a cloak and it had humanoid legs? I was picturing these kind of like a cloak that wrapped it from the backside. It might need wings somewhere. It doesn't necessarily need wings. It's inspired by Cthulhu, right? Not exactly. And I could do wings in weird ways, like bat-like shape. You know what I mean? Like stuff like, it kind of looks like a body. There's a creature in the Cthulhu myth called the Dibble Dobble. Its upper half is a ham. You got me for almost half a second. Is Dibble Dobble? It sounded funny, but I'm like, you never know. But you didn't get me. Let me start coloring and blocking in. I'm gonna try. Let me do. God, you know what? I should probably make. Yeah, I'll make this guy green, Godzilla is blue, and Kong red. I'm just gonna kind of keep designing, illustrating. Hold on. That's feeling too messy for me. I don't know why dogs hate these things, but the security into killing a human yog. Oh, you know what? I think it's a nod to the fact that like it's like a thing that like dogs can like either see ghosts or feel spirits and stuff. So I think it's something like that. And in general, like, you know, we trust the animal instincts quite a bit, right? Like that's what they have to rely on. They're not, you know, they're not like us, right? They're not sapient in that way. Maybe that can help differentiate from the Kraken a bit. Yeah, tail could be something, right? We'll evolve into the crab anatomy. Everything's gonna evolve. That's true. We could, you know what? We could do that. Add like maybe like crab-like shell armor and stuff. Wouldn't be against that. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Oh, maybe. Maybe he's more like a snail slug. Like a serpentine. Most terrifying Gimbledore, the sopping wet one? Gimbledore. Sounds like a Harry Potter character. Chad, this is kicking my ass. Forbidden. Oh my god, Danny, you're nasty. Welcome in, Danny. Welcome in. Leave chill water behind him. Those are. Oh yeah. Look, Danny. Here's what we got. We got a cute alien slug guy, and then he evolves into the Lukarholch, and now he evolves into like a Cthulhu thing. But like, I'm getting my ass beat. I can't figure it out. I'll leave it like this. All right. So for starters, let's do. Okay, I've got the Elder Things up here. Yeah, the Elder Things designs are crazy. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I was trying to give... You know what? This part gives it a very Kraken vibe for sure. It also looks like a butt plug. So I'm going to do like this. I'm going to give him a wide head. I'm going to... Oh, wait. Chat, what were some of the creatures we were talking about earlier for hypnotic and stuff? Looks like closer. Yeah, thank you. This is going to be the hardest one. King Kong and Godzilla will be a lot easier. Broad shoulders. I don't care if that helps. Yeah. But do I want him to be more like a Lamia? Love her. Yig, he's a snake. Let's do... Okay, let's have his... Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe this could be the shoulder, if anything. And so... Let's have the... Okay, because I really like the Nautilus kind of front part. So I'll do that. And then... His eyes could be like right here. Was I wrong? That's what it looked like, damn it. Don't forget to stretch and blink. That's true. I haven't stretched in a while. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you, Danny. Also, people most receptive to Cthulhu's contact and influences are dreamers and artists, so good luck, Bond. No, I'm screwed. Yeah, almost 3. We're coming out to 3 hours. Chat, I'm going to for sure call it at 3 hours in because I don't want to mess up my hand again. Dang, I'm getting like a full... Chat, I took a nap before streaming, right? And like, to be fair, it's like ridiculously hot here in Florida. And I was out earlier and I was mowing the lawn, working up a good sweat. And I felt like I had pretty good sleep, right? Tell me how, chat. I took a nap and I was like, it was essentially like sleep paralysis, which I haven't had in a while. And I had like this really horrific dream, although it wasn't so much the contents of the dream. It was more like the vibes of the dream, if that makes sense. Yeah, we're at almost 3 hours. Doing Cthulhu's commissions, I know, right? Doesn't have to be aquatic, but if you're going for dream, you could trade. Yeah, that's true. I do want it to be mostly aquatic, Danny, because the squid is such an octopus are such a big part of Cthulhu's design. Um, but you're right. The tapir, um, which actually I was planning on doing my version of it for this game. Um, yeah, there was this weird time where I had sleep paralysis like consistently for like one short summer. It was horrifying. It was genuinely like one of the worst experiences of my life, and it kept happening, and it kind of sorted itself out. I think it has to do with anxiety. Um, but it was really weird because earlier today, I can do well taking a nap for like 30 minutes or an hour, and that's all I wanted to do. I ended up sleeping, chat, for like something like um I want to say, God, like 2 hours, and it took me like 15 minutes to crawl out of bed. I was so like mentally exhausted. Like I really don't know what the hell happened, because like again, like it'd be one thing if I had like a rough night of sleep, and I like, oh, let me take a nap, and I end up sleeping for like 2 hours. um that wasn't the case. I slept well. So I really don't know what that was about. Cthulhu will definitely need a second pass. God, Photoshop, I can't stand you. um didn't see this. That's okay, Danny. Think Cthulhu make nightmares, not eat them. The shoulders kind of look like an ocarina. I'm trying to make it look like they're not so much shoulders. I'm trying to make them like a mollusk shell, like sideways, to be like a look like a UFO shape, and then make it like patterned like the Nautilus on the side. You see like the way right here. Um he's got those stripes. I'm trying to like, but it certainly does seem like that. Cthulhu's a dream come true, you baddie. If we're talking dreams in this design, Dreamtime is a large thing in Aboriginal Australian beliefs, and most well known is the rainbow serpent. Yeah, that's true. That seems like a legendary level. All right. This happens all the time where I'm like struggling, I'm trying to find the design, and eventually just kind of crashes on us. Hopefully we can figure that out within 15 minutes. Chat, can you guys set me a timer for 15 minutes? I really hope I can. Obviously I don't have to figure it out in full, but I want to be able to, get at least like the vibe down. Hold on. What if I gave him like wings like this? And he had his like, is there no beat? Is there not? Hold on. Oh, maybe the music. No, the music should be there. Let me pump it up just a little bit. Can you guys hear anything? Let me know if you guys hear anything now. It's been run. Yeah, it's been on. It's been going on for, yeah, nearly two, as long as the entire stream. Bonny's voice is music enough. Hey. I was gonna say, you guys are too kind to me, yo. Tell me if you guys can hear the audio just a little bit. I mean, it's already kind of late. No music. We can hear now? Okay. That's very weird. I'm always listening to music, so I'm good. Getting there? We'll leave it now. Okay. Let me know if it's too loud. And then next time, chat, let me know so you can have a little background music. Which, I mean, I suppose isn't the worst thing to not have. That way you guys can listen to whatever you like, you know? I think, chat, I might have to do Cthulhu as a humanoid as well. I think all three can just be, you know, maybe it's less abstract with the UFO and stuff. Okay, so if we have, look, we have King Kong, Godzilla. Yeah, I think so, Danny. It might be. But I'm wondering now, we make him kind of a humanoid POTEMPO. So let me kind of like start working out some sort of silhouette. Maybe he could have like, no, but King Kong will have long gorilla-like arms. Oh, you know what? Maybe. I'd be getting Deoxys vibes, right? If I do. He's like swimming in an astral ocean. I never processed, and that's the, just like a good UI, good background music will exist there as, you know, a tool to help your mind understand, or not understand, but kind of take in what's happening with my voice and what's on the screen, maybe, you know? A bad UI, you guys would be able to pick away from a mile away and be like, why is this like this or that? Same thing with bad BGM. Or I don't say bad, but maybe it's not fitting the vibe, or if it's too loud or distracting. Tentacles for leg, maybe. Are we about to make a hot zaddy buff squid man? I don't know, Danny. If the gods will it, then maybe. I made a really cool octopus man before, for a YouTube collab. I can find his design. Because it was a sick design. Here we go. Maybe I can use this as inspo. Oh crap, I don't have the... Let's see if we can find him. Himbo Squid, Cthulhu's a nerd in my eyes, tentacles for legs, and then Nautilus has the same sort of curl. Yeah, that's kind of what I was... Oh, here he is. So this was a design I had done. This was the evolution line. To be fair, it was based off of someone else's concept that I redesigned for the video. So there's like a humanoid squid kind of thing. His tentacles here are supposed to be like a shotgun. Nerds can be buffed too. Bingo, go. Yeah. Honestly, I want to be a buff nerd. I want to be a buff nerd artist, man. Okay. So let's draw... Because if we have Godzilla... Maybe Cthulhu's position compared to the others is he's curled up. No, that's gonna look goofy. Yeah, and that one is supposed to look like a little mop because he's like a pirate line, so he's like the mop, and then he becomes like a proper member of the crew, and then he evolves into a pirate squid. So it's a really fun line. Also, I've realized I've not come any closer. Let me do this. Let me use the Nautilus even more so for inspiration. Okay. And then we're gonna have... Yeah, that could just hold his face. Or his, like, mind. So here we have this. Right? And then... Well, that buff nerd life ain't for you, but for Brody, now him, that's his life. I've got to get it though. I'm like sitting here. I've got like weights behind me. All my cousins, oh nerd. I don't want to be like super crazy buff. All right, but like I gotta have some muscle, just a little bit. Just drawing the shoulders makes me laugh. Hey, yo, dingus, yo. Alright, let me... And then if I make him like a C-star UFO, that just looks silly. Like he's just popping off. You know? I'm trying to see if I can do tentacles this way. Oh, wait. Maybe this could be like pauldrons of tentacles. Right? Like, they kind of look like a military leader's... What do you call them? This is Cthulhu's Tinder profile picture. Oh, maybe his whole body is just made of like tentacles or something. Look at him standing. Yeah, he hitting that pose. Yeah. He's running on the runway. Instead of eating here, what did you have to become older? Ew. A book? Glasses? Danny Doritos. Danny Dorito is a fire name. Oh, wait. So, well, I kind of want to give him... Okay, so let's give him long beard. But look, now he's like buff. He's really buff. You know what? I might just be able to get away with making him a humanoid thingy. I don't think I need to do anything crazy. And his, like... Yeah, these can be, like, these tentacles. But is this an interesting design, chat? That's the true question now. I mean, it's going to fulfill the role of Cthulhu. I think there is something interesting here. People would look at those legs and go, wood? Cthulhu is just really sensual. The typical yikes out of 10. Creating him is yikes out of 10, Draco. Look at him legs, girl. Yes, get it, girl, says Danny. Little tentacles, what if this is where you include the wings? Kind of like making them cloaks. They could. Sucker punch? Oh my god, Danny, you nasty. The shoulders could also work as wings. This is true. This is true. I might be able to simplify it without, like... I like the wriggly... You know, but... This just might offer a different texture, different shapes. You know what? And then I could... I was gonna say, if I do this like this, then it looks like he's wearing a crop top. Now, what's that called? Like when girl... Tube top. Look, this is his arms right here. Yo! Oh my god. He's like, it's summertime. Sundress time. Maybe have some tentacles wrapping like an infinity. Squidward's final form. Just like Cthulhu, it's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to comprehend. Yeah, maybe I like that, but the design should still be readable, right? Oh, I should have just been looking at some squids. I can't imagine that. I know, right? I gotta calm down. Look, you guys asked for a really sexy Cthulhu. Okay, let's do this. What if I had the... What if I had the wings come down like this? Again, but they're not... He's not Cthulhu. Okay, he's... He's Cthulhu not. Kind of looks like a fisherman or something. He's like braving the storm. And this could be the Dracula squid or whatever. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Let's see here. Now that looks like a hoodie for a freaking fisherman man. When Bonnie said aquatic, that means thirst trap. That is, thirst is aquatic. Damn. It's crazy. He is POTEMPO, POTEMPO Cthulhu. Yeah, POTULU. Oh, I could also give him... I know it looks like a turban, but it makes him look like a smart man. Like if I gave him that cone shell type of thing. Not Tulu, who's not Cthulhu, exactly. I can't be sued by H.P. Lovecraft's estate. Okay. Chat. It's 9:42. 2:59. Does he have a... Oh my god, Danny. 3 of them? No. They don't reproduce, Danny. Get your head out the gutter. This is a sweet, innocent little thing. Okay. I'm going to try giving him a wide shape. We really didn't utilize a lot of aquatic inspiration. Because we were talking about, what I was saying was I wanted to use lights and things for hallucination and all that, right? He could have more than 2. This is true. But then if I'm trying to make it look humanoid, that's the only thing. Oh, wait. What if his arms were kind of crossed like that? I don't know why that looks cool to me. I see it in one of my references. Oh, wait. Chat, what if I did this? So... Oh, Cthulhu does not the POTEMPO Cthulhu. I bet she's beautiful. Cythelia. Liar. It's not no Cythelia. Wait, did we ever get the name earlier, chat? Did y'all give me the name? Also, what animals did I mention, chat? For when I was talking about, like, I wanted to use aquatic animals for reference. Do you remember? Ooh, wait, hold on. I kind of like this. Oh, but that looks like, the one Pokemon. It's not no Cythelia, he's lying. That sounds like a modern day thing. Maybe it's more of like... Like, we can't really see the bottom half? Oh. What if I have it look like he's in this pose where he's like seated like a guru or something? Hold on. I don't want the wings. And he's always like in a seated position? I don't know. I'm not 100... What? Holy mo... Yeah, his daughter is Gimbledore. She sure is pretty. Wait, hold on. I gotta look this up now. Cthulhu daughter. I like the bratsified version of these designs. It's so funny. These are some interesting designs. Hey, yo, girl, what them tentacles do? Alright, put them tentacles away. Alright. So, I guess we're 3 hours in, chat. Oh, to be fair, wait, you know what? I'll stay on a little bit. I'm gonna stay till 10 p.m. because I started stream a little later than usual. Crap. The BDI image is gonna be, yeah, I know. Okay, this is where I'm gonna look. Unique shells for mollusks. The Bratz version is cute, right? I know. Unique shells for snails. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, wait. Yeah, so what if... Oh. Chat, check this out. So we have like other kind of containers, right? Because it's mollusks and snakes and sea slugs. What if I gave him... Oh my god, freaking Pokemon does everything. I was gonna give the snail cone thing and he's like in that. I know, Danny, it's bad. We're kicking you out. Literally, I'm feeling my wrist too. Because I have been drawing for a while, even if I did. So we never finished Cthulhu. Hold on. How do I get abstract here? Oh, what if I do... Oh my god, freaking Pokemon did this shit too, I think. What if I made its like hair stand like this? That kind of looks like the Pokemon though. Where you flip it up, Malamar. I vote if he timed him, he said we all started booing him. Snailcone Taban. That was what that name was. And he can have his like tentacles here. The drill that pierces the heavens. I know, right? Mr. YouTube gave me a feature that allows me to shut down streamers that go past their... Really? My god. Why did you come to me, Mr. YouTube? Alright, so if the beard comes down... Oh, it could be like a tangled mess of a beard. I think it should be a series of tentacles, I'm thinking. Row, fight the... I missed that anime, dude. I gotta rewatch it. Yeah, so what if the tentacles kind of... It's a cloak of tentacles. He's like levitating in the air. That's whack. Because Cthulhu is so limitless. Oh, hold on. There's some interesting things happening here. No, but now it feels like a kraken or something. Oh, wait. Check this out, chat. We have the Nautilus things as pauldrons. So they come out like tentacle arms out of the Nautilus pauldrons, yo. Oh, wait, this is... Wait. Hold on, maybe he doesn't need legs and he just needs like a multitude of arms that come out. And then, of course, he'll have his Cthulhu majestic flowing beard. And there's like arms, you know what I mean? Something like that. And I can maybe, you know what? I can, so he'll have the pauldrons for his shoulders, essentially. And then maybe over here, I can have the wings be like side flaps for the heads.
Last time I took a road trip. How many national parks could I hit in 2 weeks? What about hotels? Wait, hey Erica, how much am I spending on travel?
When your question
Hold on, that's kind of fire.
about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Erica is only available in the English language. You must download the latest version of the mobile banking app. Only
Fantastic ideas. Will the arms wrap up? Yeah, I think it'll be like some sort of rotational thing for sure. Beard stash. Fantastic idea. Way true. Why are we sitting on the legs? No. So Danny, Cthulhu, we were showing earlier, not this. Cthulhu is depicted, despite coming out of the water and whatnot, like aquatic all the time. He's got like a humanoid appearance. Shout out to the ad. But originally I wasn't set on the legs. I was gonna make him more like a UFO shape with the other kaiju that I want to do. I'll do King Kong tomorrow and then Godzilla. Boo, Bank of America, I do chase. Yeah, I was like thinking Cthulhu could be this like UFO thingy. Because I want him to be more extraterrestrial with the others being aquatic and then terrestrial. So I will have a more alien-like approach. But I think, you know, squids and a lot of aquatic creatures feel alien anyway. So, okay. I think there's something cool here for sure. Maybe it'll just be smaller wings. Okay, I will work more on this either tomorrow or on Godzilla, because it is time to call it. I do like the Nautilus bits, like looking like pauldrons for his shoulder armor, adding like a shell kind of thing, and that they look like the tentacles, like the mouths of the Nautilus. Ooh, wait a second. Maybe it could be like 3 tentacles, and you kind of see some sort of like vacuum in the middle. Ooh, this is cool. It almost looks like elephant tusks with, you know, the trunks and the tusks. Excuse me, I was struggling to get that out. Now, the body, he could have a series of like back tentacles like this that look like a cape. And then he'll have, yeah, I think this is it, chat. And they kind of furrow in the back. Isn't that crazy how I always find it by the end? I think something like that looks cool. It's just a floating head with arms. And he's got like a cape in the back of tentacles. So, and because, yeah, interesting silhouette. Vacuum in the middle. I'm not reading that word, Danny. Cthulhu for them is looking very epic. Awesome. Bonnie's hip with the trends. A movie Godzilla. Please give me that. Well, I really like the middle stage. Thank you. Thank you, Maximus. Bunch of D&D tubers today have been posting their Kraken is coming to their community pages. Kind of all that Bonnie chose today to do Cthulhu when this is happening. Oh, interesting. When Bonnie's about to get sleepy and goes, wait a second. Yo, that happens to me all the time. There is an eldritch elephant deity in Lovecraft as well. Not joking. Basement 2 just for Danny. She's got her second floor. Looks really good. Thank you. It's really crazy. Obviously, I'll have to tame the design down quite a bit because this leap is pretty massive. But um um okay. So I'll pretend I didn't read any of that. And any last critiques, chat? Dang, I really took forever trying to find that. And look, I say it every time I struggle, you're eventually figuring out what works, right? Um, just because um just because um oh, wait a second. Um just because it takes so long to find a design you like, you go through all the ones that didn't work. So eventually, you're gonna land on something that does work. Um, I still feel the second should have some glowing bits the first stage. I mean, it depends. Um, the final form of Cthulhu will probably have glowing bits as well. But then the thing is, look, Godzilla, I probably want some glowing bits for Godzilla as well, which means do I give glowing bits to King Kong? Um, I'll figure it out for sure. Is Cthulhu floating or standing on one arm? No, he's definitely just floating, like levitating. Um, Bonnie Brainer. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Um, not a brain error. Just trying to catch up with something over here because I not looked at it in a couple of hours, so I thought I saw something that it needed tending. Um, okay. So, yeah, I will. No, Danny, no, no, no. Um, yeah, Dingus, you've had the most questionable autocorrects in chat. So, oh, also fun thing, chat. I'm wearing a hat. I'm getting a cut this week because going out for a friend's birthday party on the weekend. I thought I could be a hero and use hair clippers to for the time. Maybe do like a low taper fade. I did not make it work. So I don't want to even reveal how badly I butchered this. So I'm wearing a cap for this week. Um but yeah, you guys won't be able to see it. I'll get my boy to fix up my hair this Thursday. Um but I'll keep practicing cutting my hair. But okay, so that's the design. If I do go for a more Pokemon like where they're the underlying theme of like say in this case like extraterrestrial. Maybe that means I do give antennae or something alien-esque to the second form. Now, to be fair, his like goopy bits do create like a Cthulhu tentacles in the front, which is fun. Um, so I'll see how I will, and that'll be a fun challenge for all my designs. Where how do I make them all cohesive with while still making them feel like a Potempo line and not a Pokemon line or even a Digimon, right? So maybe electric looking veins. Kong did have electric powers back in the. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Why did Danny know and never Danny Yas? You know what, Danny? If the people only knew. Um, Dingus is now wanted by several courts across international waters. Okay, Chad, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching me today. I appreciate you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Father's Day. Shout out to all your fathers and anyone else who may have filled that role. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a nice day today. I will see you guys tomorrow for King Kong. I have an idea of what I want to do for his design. So it won't be as difficult as this one, I don't think. Look, Eldritch designs, the whole point is that they're incomprehensible. So I will certainly touch up this design if we have time tomorrow, but make a Dino Dragon Cryptic type, something like that. Something like that for sure. But guys, thank you for your wonderful participation. I appreciate you guys. Everyone rest well. Thank you for that as well.